Okay, very good morning. Now the today topic, yesterday and today topics, very important. It's a kind of a basics, but without a basics, we can't get into our setups. For get into the setups, we are doing kind of like things. The first one, like like what type of licensing. Second, how to navigate. Third, what are all the securities are there. Now, the topic I'm going to explain, functional setup manager. Functional setup manager, FSM. This FSM, it is going to help you. I told you even yesterday during the navigation topic, we can do a setup. The setup we can bifurcate it many, like structure, in each module setup, little bit like sysadmin setup, and then super user setup. Super user setup. All four we can do it through our FSM. So FSM means functional or a financial setup manager. Normally we'll say functional means all suits. Exclusively financial means financial setup manager. One and the same. Because in the manual Oracle they have given for GL class, they will say financial setup manager only. Even though we have a 3 roles, if you want like a full kind of like setups, what you can do like you have to assign application implementation consultant. Application implementation consultant. So number 1, let me share my screen. After getting a license, so you are purchasing a laptop. So what is our next step? So whether OS has been installed properly, correct? Likewise, when we are getting a software based on our license, we have to configure. So first step, we'll get a username and password, correct? fin_impl. They will give ABCD some password. That we will reset it, and then we know how to create implementation user, or directly through manage users window. Either you can create a legal or converting implementation as a legal. Both are possible. Done. But can you do like without an implementation user, can you create our employee user straight away through the manage users window? Not possible. Why? Because 3 important feature out of 2 is mandatory. What are all? We should have a legal employer and business unit. So how we will configure those things? So that is why in real time, we will talk about like, first how to create our implementation user, assign 3 roles. IT security manager, application implementation consultant, and employee. So once all those 3, even a 2 is sufficient. What is that? Application implementation consultant and employee also sufficient, because I want to assign my role without getting a support from other people. So that's why IT security managers also we are using for our class. In real time, without that also very well possible. Clear? Second. Right. So user ready. Important roles are ready for implementation. Licensing SaaS ready. What's the next? We have to configure. How to configure? So that is why I'm giving a next topic called functional. So you try to understand the way Oracle as well as your trainer is designed the sequence of our chapters. So now it is kind of like, functional setup manager. What are we going to do? So let me explain through our Excel now. It's a kind of like, theoretical class, but I'm going to give you some kind of like, practice. If you time permits, I will repeat again. The day topic before coming for a next day, you try to complete, you will get lot of clarity. Even doubts also, you write it and come. You feel, I don't want to disturb our existing class. No problem. Come early or message me 9:30. You connect IST. Discuss with me. Even if you want to record for others also, I have no problem. Because it's a kind of a discussion. It's an opportunity. You are getting it. Why you are wasting it? Correct. Your managers and all very busy. How can you trouble them? They will simply say, any doubt, it comes to me. Until otherwise, if they are free, then only we can go there and we can ask some kind of doubts. Correct? Fine. So now functional setup manager, even though 3 roles are there, if you want like all the 4 setups such as structure, module, sysadmin and super user, then you should assign like application implementation consultant, right? So what we are going to do it in our functional setup manager. So actually we are going to do 5 kind of activity. So even I have 1200 square feet land, I want to do a construction. I can't call the mason and do the kind of a construction. First we have to plan how many floor or stories you are going to construct. So you can say bedroom, dining, puja, kitchen, master bedroom, etc. So what is that like size we are going to allocate? Accordingly, first we will plan. First we have to plan whether we have a budget, then only first floor, second floor, etc. Correct? So the planning means identify offering. What is the meaning of offering? That I'm going to explain. So very first step, Raja, it's a vision instance or a training instance. Even better, all the instance you people are getting it from your company. Almost your superior, all they have completed this task. Why your trainer is explaining why it is coming here. So because they did like this, that's why you are enjoying. So that I am explaining here. Comfortable? Fine. So listen, in EBS, so it's an e-business suite. It will suits for any business. That is called e-business. So similar way, the Fusion application is also there. The difference between EBS and Fusion, right? EBS, we can do a setup for structure, we can do it in one place. But like each module setup, we can do it in each module itself. But that is got centralized in our Fusion application. That is called setup and maintenance or functional setup manager window. So normally we will call it as like a bunch of module called suite. It's called offering in our Oracle application. So in Oracle, offering wise license also available. Individual module wise, you can get a license possible. See, even in our Tata Play or any DTH. So each channel 19 rupees plus GST or one bundle South India package. So that is the same way the offering suits available for licensing, which includes what all we don't want some module, that is also will be there. We never watch some channels. It is easy, sir, free, sir. That's it. So the suite, it's nothing but offering. So the suite will be expanded. You will get a module or application in our EBS. A general ledger, one module. Payable, one module. Receivable, one module. So that is called options or functional area in our Fusion. Module only module, but the screen in the FSM, it will never show module. It is called options or functional area. It's too much. Patidhar, it is very boss. It is very, Navneet, it is very, because based on number of uses. Okay, number of uses. And then it is a kind of like, we are going to fill some kind of a checklist. How many backups you are looking for, how many UAT you are looking for, what is the one production only. So UAT for our consultant, production for our kind of our like client or user level, correct? So it is vary the cost, but maybe even nowadays Oracle, they are giving 25 by discount. Diamond people, diamond kind of privileged people, they are getting even a 50% discount also. It's a number of users with suits. Okay. So if I disclose, so why these people are investing so much money for software? Let them invest. Then only we will get our job. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So we don't go for, not for our, see, we are not like that level. At least we are in the consultant level. Okay. Once that software has been licensed, and then we will enable the offering like a financial, supply chain management or a procurement, or you can say like, human capital management or compensation, etc., etc., etc. Clear? Fine. Under module or offering, you will get options or functional area in our Fusion application. Under option, for example, if I select the option called general ledger, example. So you can't find any task related to payable in general ledger options. Got it? So under what all we are enabling option or functional area, under that you will get your task or task list. In EBS, what is the advantage, right? It's a separate screen. We will switch the responsibility from payable setup to receivable setups to general ledger setups to HRMS. Clear? But unfortunately, it is a single screen, but under the respective functional area only the task and task list will come. Clear? Under GL, you can't search for your payable. But generally, for offering, you have a financial. All options related to all the functional area, you can very well search possible. Got it? So generic search also possible. Each functional area search also possible. But in that respective functional area search, you can't find other functional areas search also. No, not possible. Clear? Super. So menu. So you can call it as like a menu and functions. That is nothing but like a tasks, list and task. So what are all these three? Let me explain first in our Oracle Fusion application. Let me navigate to our application. Any application, even I told you today, please make a note of it. One more server is also ready. You know, Bhaskaran Taraka Mantra, what's the username? F01.emp, W capital, welcome 123. So you can use 78. As a existing URL, 43, you change it to 78. It will work till next coming Sunday. You can do some kind of an R&D. Clear? Main for our course, I will give you the server access around 12 o'clock. That you keep it safe. That is for till 3rd February, it will work single server. Clear? Fine. So now, what is the username and password? It is F01.e. Who will give these many server? 43, 47, 78. You do whatever practice you want. Clear? Super. Right. So now the topic what I'm going to explain. Either you can connect with the A00.test1, doesn't matter. Which user you have application implementation consultant, that user you can log in. Clear? Nelmer says, Ayo, Bhaskaran, I have not created a user. Then use F01, no problem. That's all. Don't waste the time. Clear? So now, what is our functional setup manager? Name, setup and maintenance. Setup and maintenance. So this is called offering. This is called offering. Based on the licensing, somebody is already enabled it. So where they are enabling, that I'm going to teach you. Raja, comfortable? After enable, Bhaskaran, in this financial, I don't want fixed asset. That means the fixed asset won't be available here. That is called functional area or options. Clear? So where they are enabling that offering as well as our options, I'm going to show you second. Clear? When my cursor is in general ledger or my cursor is in receivable. Raja, my cursor is in receivable. If my cursor is in payable, you can see that manage procurement agent. If my cursor is in, listen carefully, receivable, listen, manage procurement agent, even required task, if you select even all tasks, it won't be available. So under the options only, the task list and task will be available. But generic, you can search. It is not for functional area. This search for your offering. Clear? Raja, clear? For example, even though my cursor is in receivable, I am typing like a distribution set. It will show you what this particular start with the DIST and containing SET, what are all the functional areas tasks are there, all it will be listed out. This is called generic. Is that clear? If you want more specific, then go to payable and then go to your distribution set. Very well possible. Clear? Distribution set, very well possible. Clear? Manage distribution set. So instead of searching like this, what is the best way? Your trainer or many people are doing it in real time, right? So always search from the task based on the offering. Across the offering, we can search from here. That is called global search. But very, very unfortunate here. What is the meaning? I will tell you. So many people are using this search only, but it's not advisable. Why? I'm going to select, you can say, procurement agent. Actually, we requested Oracle. So if I click on procurement agent, anything related to scope and all, do not try from here. Manage procurement agent. Manage procurement agent. So there is no such kind of scopes are there. But when the scope related task, what is the problem? System will by default what you selected a scope in this particular functional area, by default it will take. You can't change it here. Got it? So that's why scope related search across the offering, don't search in the global. Best way you can search from your FSM window. Clear? Himanshi, Navneet, comfortable? So let me take common options. So you can see that in the common option, there is no scope has been selected here. Is it clear? There is no scope has been selected. Let me move. Sometimes you won't believe. Very important tasks when you are searching here. Sometimes it will throw error also possible. It will throw error also possible. Why? Because we have not selected a scope, but luckily Oracle, they have given the latest 24D, the scope related also it's coming here. Well and good. Nice. But you can't choose here. By default, it will come. By default, it will come. For example, let me choose the scope in our functional area here. Common options. Let me select some of the business unit here. Why you have to choose this scope and all? Don't worry. I will explain elaborately. US business unit. There is a bug one here that I will tell you later. And then save and close. Listen carefully. Let me save and close now. The scope has been already selected. Now I will go to our search. Actually, we raise the ticket to Oracle. Even global, we want to choose our own. We want to choose our own kind of business unit. Previously, it's not accepted. Now you can say here also it's not accepted. Understood? If I want to change, there should be some kind of a pop-up, right? Which is very well available only in FSM functional area screen. Clear? Himanshi, understood? So what is the disadvantage? At least now it's took it from our previous screen, from our functional area. But version of till 23C, what is the problem, right? It simply says you are not chosen a scope. The error will come. We do not know whether it's a system error or something else. Clear? At least Oracle, they have given some of the scope what we selected from the functional area, it came automatically. Clear? But what is the best practice? Fix it in mind. Any scope related task, don't search it here. Best practice, this is the place. Comfortable? It's a navigation. Okay, leave it. So your trainer is explained offering, functional area or options, task list required or all tasks and independent tasks. So now this instance, it is 43. Now very first time I'm coming to this instance. So nothing will be enabled. We have to start enabling offering from this scratch. Sir, I paid the subscription for financial and procurement only. Can I enable offering for manufacturing or human capital management? UAT allowed, production not allowed. Production means paisa. Is that clear? So even fix it in mind. If you are not given a license, don't enable offering. And that's it. Clear? Even if you are going for a 5-star hotel, which is complimentary, no paisa, which is inclusive in the tariff, right? What all it is there in the refrigerator, Govinda, extra paisa. That is how Oracle, they have given a privilege. You decide what all you are going to enable. Got it? Understood, everyone? All right. So the first step, how to enable offering based on our licensing. Comfortable? So what is the first step? So we can move on to make a note of it. My enterprise. 2 methods I will show you. First one, my enterprise, and then sometimes which is not visible. So you can go and get it through our personalization. Otherwise, go to our navigator. Otherwise, go and get it from navigator. My enterprise. So offering I enable. And then save and close. If not, take it from our navigator. So offering first. If we place the cursor here, it is already enabled by someone. It's already enabled by someone. Because it's a training instance, I told you, correct? But in real time, we should enable from here. Raja, don't do this illustration. Optional means you can try. Don't do means, and that's it. Only by trainer. Okay, because it may affect others. So it's already enabled. Let me disable how to enable. I will show you. All right. So let me click on opt-in features. We are opting. What are all the features? What we got the license for that? What we are going to do the implementation. Clear? Fine. So if I click on this particular button, it leads to the next stage. What is that? Offering and then options. That is called functional area. First one, offering. Second one, options. That is called functional area. That is called functional area. Normally, it will take some time. It is instances level, right? That's right. So now listen carefully. Listen carefully. When you click on this related document, Oracle, they have given kind of some information. I will come later. So now listen. So these are all root level. Under that, node level. Likewise, there is a checkboxes. So root level, I uncheck the financial. Try to understand. Raja, clear? Uncheck the financial and then click on yes. Raja, instead of theoretical, I'm just explaining from the scratch. When you are coming very first time, when we are getting a fresh package from Oracle, either a UAT or a production, how we have to do? First step, login. Reset the password. Then create one implementation user. Come to offering. Enable licensed offering. Raja, clear? This is the first step. Comfortable? Super. So at the moment, what happened? Your financial has been disabled. Your financial has been disabled. You can say it is not enabled. Clear? Now I can move on to our functional setup manager. What's the navigation? Method number one, my enterprise or setup and maintenance. So that's why Oracle, they have introduced setup and maintenance here. Here only we are going to do all the setup. What is to be set up decided under enterprises window. Clear? Based on our offering. Second, you can navigate through your this window also possible. One and the same. Now I want to do a setup for financial. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. Why? Either you don't have a license or you have a license which is not enabled. Clear? If it is there in the bowl, then only it will come in the plate. It's not enabled here. How can we do the setups here? Clear? So that is why. What is the first step? My enterprise, based on the license, enable offering. Method number one, go to my enterprise offering. Method number two, through the like FSM action, go to offering. One and the same. Clear? So now very first time I'm coming to this particular window. So I want to enable financial. So how to do it? Place the cursor and then opt-in feature. Clear? Raj, understood everyone? Right. Opt-in feature we should enable. What is related document? I will give you overview now and then I will explain what are all the other steps. So what is the first step? Now you know how to enable offering, correct? So planning, identify the offering you want to implement. Got it? Himanshi, Navneet, are all comfortable, Raja? Super. If you are not enabled, what will happen? We can't do configuration, correct? Second, opt-in. Now only I'm clicking. Select the offering, which are all the functional area or features fit into that particular offering for that client, you should enable. Clear? Sir, I want general ledger, I want payable, I want receivable, I don't want expenses. Clear? I don't want like a fixed assets. Likewise, we should enable or disable. After enabling our offering, you opt what are all our functional area or like option you should enable here. Got it? Option or functional area, one and the same. Clear? At the moment, the expenses, I just remove it. Raja, clear? Expenses, I will remove it. Try to understand. Scroll down. Revenue management, I enable it. Analytics, I just enable it. And then like a leasing and a joint venture, I will enable at the moment. What is missing at the moment? You can see that expenses, it's missing. Let me click on done. Even you can click the setup from here. It leads to your setup and maintenance window. Clear? So I will take another instance. 78 I will take. Setup and maintenance I will go. Try to understand everyone. Setup and maintenance. In that, with respect to financial, you can see that expenses available. Correct? Because already enabled somebody for our train. Now if I come back to our setup and maintenance related to 43 for financial, you can't get your expenses at all. Raja, clear? So this is called offering under suite level, and then which options you are going to enable to implement, which you missed out, anything related to. For example, so I want to do like expenses template or manage expenses system option. Okay, so manage expenses to system options. If I type it here, it will come here. Same I copy and then paste it in 43. Unfortunately, there is no such kind of task or features are available. Why? Bhaskaran sir, financial enable. Why it's not coming? Reason, that option is missing or that functional area is. This is how we have to identify. Raja, clear? One user, they will raise a ticket. Ayo sir, in the FSM window, there is a task. It's not coming, sir. What is the problem? First of all, whether it is enabled or not. Our first intention, we will check it out here. Check it out here. That's the key. Clear? So if I want to solve the ticket, where I supposed to go? So now go to your action and then go to offering and then click on financial and then opt-in feature. Is there any missing you have to do? Condition, licensing is there, go and enable. Otherwise, don't do that. Clear? Extra paisa. Has understood everyone? So this is why the planning and opt-in will come into the picture. So now you know what is our planning. Identify what are all the licensed one instance level. What is project level? I will explain next. Okay, so instance level, you can do that. Opt-in, select the offering for what we are going to implement for the business people. Now, what is the next step? Here only we are going to do the setup. What are all the setup? 4 kind of setup we can do it here. What is that? Implementation structure setup, each module setup, and then super user setup, maybe some partial sysadmin setup. Is that clear? So all the 4 setup we can do. Everything is ready. We have given what is the meaning of UAT? User acceptance and testing. Is that clear? User acceptance and testing. That we will give it to our client. They will verify what all we discussed, whether it's coming. Once we get it like, document signed, now we have to do our production setup, correct? In production setup, how to do? Say many method. What all we did a screenshot of your even in I'm talking about in EBS. So same one more time we have to configure. Whereas in Fusion, many methods are there. What is that? Move your verified set of data from one environment to another environment possible. No need to do it again and again. You can do it, but what is the disadvantages here, right? So some of the junk also it is coming. So that is why very few people are using. So what is the third, fourth step? What all we tested with respect to our setup, we can move from X to Y environment possible. Clear? What is the next step? The started they are using their process or who the client in the production environment. But we have a clone available in our testing also. Now they are raising a ticket. So we are going to solve. That is why maintaining also we are going to do it in the same window. All these 5 activity we are performing under FSM window. Clear? Super. Now the question. In mathematics, LCM, HCM, correct? LCM and HCM, not landed cost management. Okay, this is different one. Fine. So let me go and enable expenses also. I don't want to disturb here. Clear. Fine. So your trainer yesterday is given one Excel checklist file where he designed or where he got that, source based on how he designed this Excel, right? That is called related document. Try to understand. Even though if you want to do a self-learning of your project foundation or any project management module or any module, so Oracle, they have given a related documents here. It's a free of cost. So we are bothered about only this task. So that can be downloaded from your Excel or HTML or PDF. Any offering, you can download this. They will give a sequence. What are all, like, different columns also will be available. Different columns also will be available. So is there any different dependency? Which is first, which is second? It is import and export allowed or not? So likewise, almost all the information Oracle, they have given this kind of like, in this offering related document place. Once it is downloaded, it will come here. Download history. It's coming now. Is it clear? It's done. Let me open it. So what is the first step? Geographical information. Your trainer yesterday said, which is there in Vision. That's why I have not uploaded. Geographical information. Implementation user. Geographical information. Everything they have given. What is the task name? Raja, listen. What is the task name? What is the level we will do? Everything it's here. Raja, comfortable? whether import and exports are allowed, whether it is CSV possible or not. It is a mandatory or conditionally mandatory or optional. Likewise, Oracle, they have given almost all the module, all the task names are here. Got it, Raja? This is the place also you can learn for all. Based on this, what is mandatory? Your trainer, he created this particular Excel call, payable, receivable, etc., etc., etc. Open, receivable. So what is the first task? If I go to the sheet called enterprises structure, number 1, implementation project. If you want, you can create how to edit our or configure our HCM information, location, jurisdiction, legal authority, legal address, legal entity, chart of account structure, value set, values. Likewise, these tasks and all, Bhaskaran, he took it from where? This kind of Excel only. Raja, clear? Clear? Right. So the next one I'm going to explain, right? There is a question. Oracle, they have given FSM window. We can configure 2 window. One is instance level. Another one, like, implementation project level. What is this? Why Oracle, they have given this kind of features? So just now I told you, there is a kind of like, offering. What are all offering? Just now I told you. So offering, it will come based on enable. You will get the respective for setups. After offering, you should enable options and functional area. For that only, we will get our task and task list. Task and task list. If not, it won't be available. Task and task list. The task and task is related to implementation task, that is called implementation setup task. Each module setup task. So transaction we can't do. Transaction we can't do. Always we can do like, setup. That is why it is called setup and maintenance. Super user task, and then some of sysadmin task. All the 4, after enabling these 2, we will get it through our task list and tasks. So now, what is instance level? What is project level? I'm going to explain. Before that, there is a requirement. I got the license from Oracle. What are all the offering? You can say offerings. I got the offering licensing from Oracle. Financials, supply chain management, and manufacturing. Is it clear? Financial, supply chain management, and manufacturing. So human capital management, I want to do shared license. Shared license means you can use the path, but no service request allowed, no reports are allowed. That's all. It's a path. So without an employee, we can't do our legal creations, correct? So that's why we can go for full license and shared license. There is a features are available. Now listen, for US company, they want financials, full financial, except FA and expenses. Expenses module. UK implementation point of view, they don't want expenses, but they want fixed assets. India, they want financials and supply chain management at the moment. So what is instance level? What are all the license we are getting from Oracle? Without enabling instance, we can't create our project. This project, it's a convenient. We are creating a WhatsApp group. That's all. It's a convenient. That's it. Without a contact, can we create a WhatsApp group? No. So the contacts, it's nothing but your instance here. So all should be enabled. In the instances level, we can enable full financials, full supply chain management, full manufacturing based on the license. That means which is available for any kind of setup. All the three suits or three offering. Clear? But what is the requirement now? Hey, Bhaskaran, US people, they don't want SCM. UK people, they don't want SCM. But now it is available for all the three. Correct? So to create our own convenience, we can go for projects possible. So if you are going very first step after instance level, you can create US as a separate implementation project, UK separate implementation project, India separate implementation project possible. What is the advantage? So you can enable or disable the relevant offering, relevant option. It won't affect our instance level. Instance level means functional area. That is called FSM window. Project means it is separate window. Not project module. It's a implementation project window. Implementation project window. So both I can show you. This you can do anything, what all you are going to enable or disable, it won't affect our instance level. So most of the company or most of the consultant real time, they are creating a project apart from our functional area. So why Oracle they have given these two screen one after another, I'm going to explain. Number one. So I'm in 43. Navigate to our setup and maintenance. The financial all are enabled, but I don't want expenses and fixed assets for US. So first step, how to create a project. Task panel. Manage implementation project under FSM. Click on create. Rajay, this is also not mandatory. Some convenient or features are available. That's why I'm going to explain. So I can use my prefix. No lab, don't worry. No lab for this. If you want, you can do. So date, okay. If you know end date also, you can give. Assigned to which people. So it is there. Let it be F01. And then next. And then next. And then next. Most of the companies in real time consultant, they are doing implementation project. Some of the advantages also there, some of the disadvantages also there. Let me enable financials for a US project. Supplier they want, expenses they don't want, fixed assets they don't want. Click on customer, revenue management, intercompany, reports also they want, leasing and financial hub they don't want. So listen, what all you are enabling or disabling, this is related to project. It won't affect our entire instance. It won't affect our entire instances. So likewise, I enable the relevant checkboxes and then 7, open the project. 7, open the project. Anybody can you tell me, can I do in this particular project, any setup related to fixed asset, allowed or not allowed? Allowed or not allowed? Definitely not allowed is the right answer. Why? Because expenses and fixed asset, if you disable the option, task and task lists are not available. Clear? Which level? Implementation project level. If you go to FSM, which is available, Raja, clear? That is called instance level. Clear? Navneet, understood? Vidhi, Himanshi, Nelmer, comfortable? Okay, I will prove it. So let me copy this and then open another in the same browser. So one screen under implementation project. Another screen, it's under FSM window. FSM purely related to instance level. Clear? Purely related to instance level. I can say manage asset book. Manage asset book. It is accepted under FSM. This is instance level. Let me copy this. Go to project level. If I search it, system will simply say, sorry, Bhaskaran, there is no such kind of results. Is it clear? Why? Which is not enabled here. Got it? So that is the advantage if you want like a segregation. What are all phase 1 you are going to implement, phase 2 what all you are going to implement. So you can go for your project. Otherwise, it's not mandatory. Assuming this is the disadvantage or advantage. Advantage only. What are all the other advantages? Let me explain. Then I will tell you what is the disadvantages also. What is our disadvantages also, I will tell you. Let me explain again. So advantage number 1. So these 2 tasks I will assign to test to 1 user. This user need not be a legal user, either implementation user or a legal user. Any user, it's possible. So yesterday, what are all the user I created? Let me search here. Let me select test 1. You can specify what is the permission, what are all the privileges, what is the due date, everything we can set it here. Even more than 1 user also, this task can be assignable. This is how your project manager, they will assign the task to you. Raja, clear? Clear, everyone?
Yes.
All right. Elisa, you are all okay, right? Super. All right. So now I can go to bank invoicing AP. I will assign some user called test2. Test2. Raja, I'm just telling you normally how we will do. Right? Okay. I don't want to give a due date and all. It's very, very useful in real time. The next one, I will move on to receivable setup. Receivable setup. So receivable, cash management, collection, revenue at the moment I don't want to do. Example, assign the task to test 3.
So Bhaskaran, like what is the use of roles then? Like if we are assigning from here.
This is the responsibility for the user. The role, it is purely related to which task, how to configure. But you have 11 participants are there. Which participant has to complete which task I am assigning here. Got it? This is your job. You are all the 11 people are functional consultant now, Neet. So
Okay.
you do like a AP. Eliza can do AR. Nelmar can do GL. Himanshi can do cash management. Instead of giving an oral, can we do it in FSM window? Not possible. This is possible here. With the deliverable dates I can assign. That is the advantages of our implementation project window. Clear?
Okay.
Second feature. Navneet, I have given a task Within 20 days, you have to complete your chart of account creation and reporting structure has to be completed. Example, okay. Day by day, you can come back. I will tell you, just 2 minutes. Let me show you. All right. So now I can click on the status. We started our project now. Got it? Example. So Bhaskaran is created this assigned to the respective users. Got it? So Navneet, you are the test one user. Example, you logged in test one user. You just get into your first task. How to identify, you can show you what are all the tasks has been assigned by you. It will come here. So it is by test one. Clear? So Navneet says, yes, I completed this task, sir. He edited it, assuming, Raja, in front of you I'm doing, he said it's completed this role, user role and all, he completed. Intercompany, he is not completed. Okay, intercompany is not, wait a minute, let me select, like, ledger business unit, enterprise structure, he completed. So day by day, you are coming here and you are updating. If you want, you can give some notes. That notes when it has been updated, what type of error it's coming, why it is delayed, everything we can do. Business unit is started in progress. Raja, comfortable? Day by day, you are coming here and you are modifying it. Got it? Now Bhaskaran is lagging. Navneet, understood? Okay, assuming instead of doing a task, I'm just doing only like a report. Got it? Fine. So now Bhaskaran is clicking here and then click on overview. So far, how many tasks are there in this particular US implementation? Maybe 800 tasks. Example, or 633 tasks out of like 800 tasks out of 633 assigned, 234 it is not at assigned. Clear? Out of 633, 55 it's not started, 380 it's completed. Got it? Test 1, test 2. So what is this 380? So Navneet says, Bhaskaran I completed, but Bhaskaran is going to verify individually whether he properly completed or not. This kind of a transparency not available under FSM window. Clear? That is why we are creating our functional setup manager through implementation project. Clear? So conclusion. Conclusion. What is that? Why Oracle they have given 2? It's a convenient. I told you already. So which is the best? Give me the final conclusion, Bhaskaran. Any implementation, Raja, whether you are searching here or you are searching anywhere, doesn't matter. I'm going to search like, manage primary ledger. Whether you are going to search here, it goes to where? This is the window. Go to task. Go to task. 07 to so many ledger. Go to FSM window. Manage primary ledger. Click on manage primary ledger. Same window. Database is same. Reaching different screen. That screen for a convenient, if you want, you can create. Otherwise, it's an optional. So the conclusion, any implementation, if you want to do, you can do it from here with the privileges. But instance level, normally we will use it for our setup and maintenance or like a support level. But many of my participants, they never create the project. They are doing it here itself. They will send the daily report, weekly report like a manually, or dummy project they will create and they will modify. Even they can do the setup here and they can send the day by day reports also here. So this is how that implementation project level also you can do our setups possible. 2 different screen, but database only one. Clear? Right. So what is the first step? The trainer says planning. I told you. Opting, except either project level or instance level. What all you are going to opt in, enable or not enable. Setting up, done. Deploying, I'm going to explain. What is deploying? Bhaskaran, I completed my UAT. I show it to the client. Client also, it is signed. What is the next step? We have to configure again production one more time. Correct? We have to do one more time. So method number 1, try to understand everyone. This feature is there. I am not forcing you have to do this, but the feature is available. So I just enable the column call action. So I want to push my primary ledger. So Oracle, they have given Oracle, they have given info like single task, import or export. Single functional area, import or export. Single functional area, import or export. Entire offering or even specific project level also you can do your import or export possible. So what is the first one? Single task. Export to CSV file. Create new. Create new. But individually you have to select any scope related. You can select, I want US ledger only, Bhaskaran. I want US ledger only, Bhaskaran. Likewise, you can choose. Now, what is the meaning? That ledger only, I'm going to create a zip file. Metadata always zip mode. Now it will be exported. Now I can go to another instance, then import. Raja, comfortable. This is called setup data moving from one environment to another environment as a single task. If you have 633 tasks, what are all exportable? Those 633 we can export. Comfortable. That is called deploying. IO Bhaskaran, this general ledger itself, so many is there. I want like a functional area. So in the functional area, like a one group, right? You can do our export or import. Comfortable? In this scenario, what will happen? All the individual tasks under this GL functional area, it will come. Previously, it will come like a primary ledger only. Now, under financial, with respect to general ledger, around 655 tasks. So, date, you can say 21st January 2025. So, all it will create as a zip. You can add your scope also possible. So single task you can import or export or import, and then entire functional area. You don't do it, it will take a lot of time, please. Like our Google Drive, right? There is a download options are there. Individual document you can download. Each folder you can download, same concept. Now it's clear. What is the third? IO Bhaskaran, here itself, initial user, enterprises profile, legal structure. So which is first, which is second? Don't worry. This offering itself, import or export possible. Big size. Raja, first one, file by file. Second one, group by group. Third one, entire offering, import or export also possible. Raja, clear? So now how the naming convention will come. So straight away financial offering will coming to the picture. Straight away financial offering, it will coming to the picture. And then you can choose the scope of the respective. But many consultants, they told me that so they are not at all doing this. Why? Because lot of junks also, what all we tried in the other informations also it's coming. So that's why I'm going to teach you another method called rapid implementation or individual task. Likewise, we can do our setup. It's a best practice. Here, there is no offering it's coming. I mean, offering it's coming, but functional area or single task, it won't come here. So totally 979 tasks, it will be created as zip. Then each one you can select and select your scope. Accordingly, you can submit. It will create one zip file. Does it clear? Right. So after zip is ready, what is the next step, Bhaskaran? Click here. Previously, we exported. Go to your production or another environment. Click on import and create. It will ask you where you saved the destination, that you have to choose. Raja, comfortable? The zip file we have to choose and you have to run. So that it will deployed from one to one. But don't try. It will take a lot of time also. It's a junk. Normally, how the files will be there, I can show you. Normally, how the files will be there, I can show you.
Yeah, hi Vaskaran.
Hmm.
Is it called a configuration package something?
Yeah, Raja. Can you see this here? Anyone, can you see this?
Yes.
What is this? 9th May 2020, 8:34 task. Raja understood. The zip file is ready. Raja understood
Yes, yes.
that we are pushing it to where? Another environment. Raja, to show this, I am coming here, but don't try this. It will take a lot of time.
Okay.
Correct,
Uh,
na? Yeah,
yeah,
please.
I mean, I'm asking like, some topic is there uh, like configuration packages as related to project, right? So,
Ma, see this 834, which includes some of the tasks we have not at all touched. That is also there. That's why I said junk. Got it.
yeah, okay, okay.
So, what is this first one? Document. Example. Under
Mhm.
document, there is one folder. Correct.
Yeah,
Under the folder, somewhere another folder also there. Correct.
yes.
So this is called single task. This is called functional area. This is called offering. In this folder, some of the junk files, definitely it will consider, na? Correct.
Okay.
So the feature is there, but I never used it. But only for a training instance, one instance to another instance, how to shift. Let me, I tried, it's working fine, but it took 1 day for me.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
It's running in the back end, no, Raja. So
yeah.
it's not an easy job. Like, when you are creating a chart of account, deployment mandatory. It will run in the back end. We do not know what's happening in the front end. Correct.
Hmm. Yes,
All
yes.
it will consider. So
Okay.
instead of stage by stage, if you do intervents, it is much easier, right?
Yes, yes.
That's right. All right. So now, so go to our manual first. Go to our manual first. In the manual, I can show you what is our functional set of manager. So take anyone, like even general ledger, payable, receivable, etc. No problem, because it's a common of all for our main car topics. So for that, I can go financial setup. Financial setup. Listen, everyone. Raja, it's a theoretical, ma. I don't want to trouble you, so that's why I said, like, practical in the screen. So plan, opt, setup, deploy, do our maintenance. So planning, identify the offering. Opting, after the offering, what are all the functional area we are looking for? Then we have to do a setup. Then we have to move the data. If you want, you can do our setup and maintenance. Is that clear? What is the advantage? So it's like, step by step, which is first, which is second, which is third, like a centralized setup, guided process, configurable. You should enable, right? Easier, reconciliation, migration, reporting, all are available. How to enable offering? Your trainer is said, my enterprise offering, go enable or disable or opt-in features. So when we are getting a new features, either we have to find out from docs.oracle.com or one of our SME, they will get a mail, or through Oracle application also we can find out, is there any new features are there? Whether we opted or we have not opted, that is also we can find out from here. What are all the future updates also we can find out from here. And then how your trainer is enabled, what is enabled, what is there, or you can enable the options or not. And then what are all the new features? Just now I told you. Similarly, if you want, you can use your scope also possible under setup and maintenance. But Oracle, they have given a two-way we can do your setups. One through functional area, FSM window, another one implementation project. What is the advantage? It's conveniently we can create phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 assigned to a respective user with the due dates and many flexible information we can set it here. Highly configurable mode. It's an easy way, single screen. It's like a big screen, more easy to search for, like, so in my opinion, Any support consultant, they can do it here. Any implementation consultant, they can do it here. Even for our class, I'm going to do a implementation in this screen only. That's all. It's not a mandatory, which is the screen you are going to perform. So now, what is the next step? Scope and all I told you already. How to create an implementation project. These are all I just explained now. Assigning the task, converted as our deploy. Manage setup data entry in bulk, export and import. This is called our moving our setup data or copying our setup data. This can be done like a single task, functional area task, and then many things. So likewise, we will move from test environment to production environment. So these are all the activity we can do it. We can do it with the help of our functional setup manager. So 4 method we can do our configuration export. One single task I told you already. Single functional area I told you already. Even entire offering I told you already. What is missing? So what is your project has been created by your trainer. The project level also import or exports very well available. Exclusively related to that particular. So let me disable this action. Task panel and then manage configuration packages. Export setup data. Export setup data. Click on plus. In that, you can choose what is the project alone you are going to import or export. So these are all 4 methods that deployment or moving of your setup one environment to another environment possible. So this is how functional setup manager has been concluded. Is there any questions?
Yes, Bhaskar.
Yeah, Himanshi.
Before you were mentioning about offering, I just wanted to know very basic question. Ki if we select any offering, if we use it or not, that is means the license if provided, we have to pay it. We will not use the whole of it, or even just we use.
Once you touched, you have to pay.
You have to pay. And you were saying that.
That is why, Raja, see, UAT level, if you enable, there won't be a problem. Oracle, they are giving like a tempting you to enable under production. Cut it.
And if we by chance enable it under production,
You have to
so
pay, Raja. You have to pay. You have to pay. You have to
Oh,
pay.
okay. And one more question. For this implementation project, you were saying that you have given us an example for the different countries. If we have different requirements,
Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 and all.
we can create that implementation projects. So how the things will happen? For example, if they have to do the transactions in between and report
Raja,
it.
it's not a transaction. See, actually, this name itself, it's an implementation, correct? You are going to do a setup first, correct? In the setup itself, 3 functional consultant related to financial, 1 supply chain consultant, and then 1 manufacturing consultant, 1 technical consultant. Likewise, some team will be there, right? So which team member, what type of work they have to perform, we can easily assign through implementation project.
It is just like a work list.
Exactly, Raja. Assigning a task to the respective users or a consultant. That's all. That can be done through the mail without an Oracle application. With the application also possible, Oracle says. Clear?
Okay, one just last question. Like, if any task is done, that automatically comes there that it is
No,
completed.
when you are configure in the FSM window, it won't come automatically. When you do it in implementation project itself setup, yes, it will come automatically along with your user ID.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So, for example, I understood your question, Raja. So let me go here. So you are test 1 at the moment. Log in with the test 1, or you are at the moment. I will go to manage implementation project. You are going through a setup with the help of this window. Clear? You will redirect it to the implementation project. You are at the moment you are test 1. Example, Raja, you are test 1, correct? I am going to create a bank setup. Raja, understood. Let me click on here. Then what will happen? It is assigned to 2, right? You can join through 2. You can click here. You configure here and then change the status to in progress or completed, etc. Got it?
So I have to change it. It will not.
Exactly, it won't change automatically, ma. How the system will do? So it's a kind of like, so what is your question? When you perform, that status will change automatically. No, it's a kind of like, you can do it even in FSM. You can come here and change the status manually day by day. Clear?
We need to just enable.
Absolutely, Raja. It won't automated at all. Got it?
Oh, okay, got it.
Very nice. Next. So what is the purpose, right? Instead of daily report, you are giving a transparency information. Yes, this all the task has been completed by test 2. Got it?
Hmm. Just to ensure that we don't miss anything.
Exactly.
Bhaskaran,
Hmm.
like as Himanshi asked, first question, like we have not taken the licensing, but we have enabled the offering. So then also we have to pay.
Absolutely, Raja. Appa, you have like, the Tata Play is the DTH. You are paying 335 rupees. Example, I'm telling you, very simple. So
Okay.
suddenly one sports are coming from Sony kind of like, sports that you are not paid, assuming there is some kind of a, like, registered mobile number. You have to type F56567. There is a number. If you type means what is the meaning? You are opting that channel. That means your balance to that extent it will be reduced. Got it? They are monitoring you. What is the meaning of like on-premise or cloud, right? Cloud means they are monitoring you. Got it? Raja, long back, if you don't have a swipe card, you don't have a swipe card. We do not know until otherwise somebody is checking which floor you are going, right? Now, correct. All the histories are there. That's it. Correct.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Raja, maybe Oracle, they have given some kind of like an exception. Wrongly enable within a couple of times, you are not doing any setups, they are accepting. But if you started doing any setups, right, especially in production, definitely we have to pay. Got it, Raja? But UAT, I enabled it. Oracle, it's not asked. Why? Because they are tempting you to go for those features, because they will future, they may get this kind of an implementation in the same people for like, enhancements. Correct? So that is why UAT allowed, production definitely are not allowed. But for a fresher, I will always say is licensing only you please enable. Do you remaining? Don't enable it. Clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Super Raja. Any other questions?
Yeah, one more question from my side. Like we are doing with this approach of implementation of the implementing the projects. Okay, so like we have the two projects, phase 1 and phase 2. So in phase 1 we have the US primary ledger. So like the other users in the another country,
Raja,
there is
it is a database is a single vessel. Anybody can see my ledger possible. So your question, if I create a phase 1, phase 2 as a separate project, whether they can see my ledger or not? Yes, possible. Why? Because it is storing in the same place. Why? Because just now, that is why I told you manage primary ledger. I typed here. Others ledger also it will listed out. That you can't prevent at all.
okay. So this implementation, this approach is
It's a
only for the
kind of
checking
like a
purpose.
segregation of task related to that project. That's it. But the database, it's only one. Appa, you are taking idli, dosa, vada individually inside. But here it's only one common. That's it. Correct?
Yeah.
Na?
Okay, Bhaskaran. Yeah. Thank you.
What else? So many people are thinking, I totally agree with Naveen, Navneet. What is that, right? So when we people are doing like a project, they feel all are like a secured. No, it's not like that. Until otherwise, which is not secured, anybody can see any information. Got it? Okay. Do you know EBS, right, Navneet? No. Okay, like leave it. Okay, right. I don't want to trouble. And any other questions, participants? Raja, actually, this is a very important task. Even I can skip this. Why I took this class, right? Now you got a clarity. Okay, which is the place we can do uses? Roles now ready. Now, which is the place we are going to do? Two screen, project level or FSM window, right? So what is the next step? Enterprise structure. After the break, 15 minutes break. Now the main topic I'm going to cover, global enterprise structure after 15 minutes break. So now we are getting to our main topic. Global Enterprise Structure, GES. This is nothing but like, the structure has been like a predefined given by Oracle. What is the purpose Oracle they have given this structure? It's a kind of like, dependency or like a flow you can easily identify for each module under a particular component or a groups. So that is why Oracle is very powerful when we are going for this structure and all. So what are all the structure components are there? Let me explain first. Why Oracle they have given, I will explain second. So which is first, which is second, one by one I will explain. So far no lab for second day. So far no lab for second day. First day, what is the lab? I told you test 1, test 2, test 3. Even if you are not created, you can try later also, not a problem. At least if you know how to create one user, assign 3 role, you are ready for today's task. Clear? Elmer, comfortable? Super. So let me share my screen. First of all, what is Global Enterprise Structure Components? Number 1. So this is the last task for our overview. Then we will move on to the respective module class. Respective module class. Enterprise structure. Global enterprise structure. Global means across the country also possible. In EBS it is called multi-org. In Fusion it is called global enterprise structure. Ignore your EBS part. Fusion. Enterprise. So what is enterprise? What is enterprise? So this is the topmost of the particular enterprise structure. One instance, whether it is a UAT or a production, you can't create more than one enterprise. This is the limitation of the package. In this level, we can do HRMS or human capital management activity. What is this? When I'm going to create an employee, below any place you can use the employee. That is called flow. Global enterprise structure. Is that clear? If I created an employee here, under the below component, we can very well use flow. Flow means all. Got it? I can use that employee for US ledger, UK ledger, India ledger, US manufacturing company, UK pharmaceutical company, India, you can say like, telecommunication company. Likewise, that employee we can access, we can utilize it for any below component. That is why enterprise, it is on the top. Is that clear? HRMS. Or you can say like a corporate office, registered office, or you can say consolidation process. Everything can be done in that particular level. Top, employee. Division, I will come later. I have a ledger. One is in US, one is in UK, another one is in India. So first of all, what is ledger? Many people are thinking enterprises structure component is different, module is different. So ledger means it's not general ledger, it's a ledger org, it's an organization component. So combination of 4C, combination of 4 C's out of 3 C's mandatory, that is called ledger. That is called ledger. Anyone? Can you tell me what are all the 4 C's?
Currency, convention, currency, country.
Country, yeah.
नहीं, currency,
Chart of
convention,
account.
Calendar,
Counting calendar.
calendar.
That's very simple.
accounting method.
Why you people are complicating? Very simple. I will explain. Wait. See, I want to book some expenditure. Raja, try to understand. I am going to book one expenditure in AP module. What is the first step? Which is the date? Which is debit? Which is credit? Which currency, the debit and credit we are configuring? This entry belongs to which physical year? That is called calendar validation. Got it? Raja, comfortable? Imanshi. Which currency you can file your income tax return? That is called currency validation. Got it? Hey Bhaskaran, I have a business in US, UK, India. My company is called Jio Reliance. So my functional currency for India, INR. US, I can't file the income tax return in INR. So now Trump, he will kick me out. That's it. So the respective country, respective currency, we can file our income tax return. Correct? Manshi. So that is called currency validation. Whether the entry, whether it is a asset or a liability or equity or like a revenue or expenditure with the combination of some kind of a key flex wheel, that is called accounting structure, or you can say chart of account. That is called third C. So that is why I said, if you don't have a subledger, 3 C's are mandatory. Consolidation ledger. No need to associate your APAR. No subledger is required. Ledger to ledger mapping possible. In that scenario, 4th C is optional. Raja, clear?
Yes.
If we are using, but other than that primary ledger and all, definitely we need a subledger accounting accrual or cash basis or with encumbrance, etc. Correct? In that scenario, the convention will coming to the picture. That is called subledger accounting method or accounting convention or convention. That is called 4C. So combination of 4C, that is called ledger. Raja, understood? Imanshi?
Yes.
Right. Now definition. Within even a 1C is differ, as many ledger you can create. Ledger in the sense it's called primary ledger at the moment or general ledger at the moment. Clear? So within a country or across the country, any one currency is differ, you must create those many primary ledger. Now I have a ledger in US, UK, India. Now tell me, how many ledger I supposed to create?
3.
3 is absolutely right answer. Nelmer, can you tell me why 3?
Because different country.
Different country currency. That's all.
Yes.
So different country, different currency, the respective currency, you have to create a ledger for the respective country. Absolutely right answer. Raja, clear? So this is why, so combination of 4C. So now I started explaining enterprise structure, right? My global office in US, example, then enterprise I can create under US as a registered office. Raja, comfortable? So employee creation has been done. No, Bhaskaran, India employee we will take care of. US employee, let them take care of. UK employee, slowly I will come to that. At the moment, we can't create more than one enterprise. Comfortable? In the enterprises organization component, what are all the activity we can perform? Anything related to human capital management we can do here. Got it? Super. So now I'm going to create minimum one ledger mandatory. I'm creating US ledger, UK ledger, India ledger. Why? At least one currency, one C is differed. Those many ledger has to be created. Comfortable? Question number 1. The employee I created, Bhaskaran here. Can I use it here? Yes. Can I use it here? Yes. Can I use it here? Yes. Why? It is above these 3. That means flow means what? It will come from there automatically. Raja, comfortable? Navneet, Sai, Vidhi, all are comfortable?
Yeah.
Super. So in this US ledger, I have 4 segments. UK ledger, I have 5 segments. What is segments? I will come later. Okay. So in this India ledger, I have 7 segments. Okay, so now what is the currency for this ledger? USD.
USD.
Currency for this ledger?
GBP.
Currency for this ledger? INR. So under one enterprises, one or multiple ledger can be creatable. Got it? Within a country, across the country, either any one C is differ because of all are in India, Bhaskaran. TCS they want 4 segment. TTC telecommunication they want 5 segment. Petrochemical they want 7. Single country, India only. Example. Calendar same. Currency same. Chart of account differed. You have to create 3 ledger. Got it? Nelmer, understood everyone? So any one C is differ, those many ledger has to be created. But as a consultant, I will preferably say, go with the 8 segments, sir. 1 ledger sufficient, sir. What is the advantage, right? Common. So parent code, if you run a report, your consolidation will be over. Got it? So it depends, like an LCM or HCM, we have to do it here. So within a country or across the country, any one C is different. You have to create as many ledger. Sir, currency allowed. Convention means accrual allowed. I understood. Calendar also January to December or April to March. That is also I understood. What is chart of account, sir? So listen carefully. Normally, any ERP if you take, first we will configure company. For company, what is the profit and loss account? Correct? For company, what is the ledger balance? For company, what is our income and expenditure? Correct? So in Oracle, what is the specialty, right? You can identify a balancing segment value. At the moment, this illustration, you treat it as one single company. Raja, comfortable? One single company, 3 line of business. What are all? Consultancy services, 1 line of business. Telecommunication, 1 line of business. Petrochemical, 1 line of business. Each consultancy, on-site, offshore, consulting. These are all their line of business. And then telephone, landline, mobile, these are all 1 line of business. Raja, comfortable? These are all 1 line of business. Likewise, many lines of business are there. If I am going to keep, we need a statutory point of view. Tata, we have to file income tax return. Raja, comfortable or not? If it is a only one company at the moment. Nelmer, all are comfortable? Joyce, Eliza, no questions, right? Super. So now listen carefully. Raja, listen carefully. Now I'm going to keep the balancing segment value here. That means 99 I will get. You know what is accrual basis of accounting? Mercantile accrual basis of accounting. Minimum 1 debit, minimum 1 credit. If you tally, then it is called journal entry. Correct? So now we are selecting balancing segment value for this level, red color level. That means you never get a trial balance for 10, 01, 02, 03, 40, 11, 12, etc. You never get a trial balance at all. If even though the company is 99 Tata, if you want, which is the lowest level, you need a trial balance. That is called balancing segment value in Oracle application. Normally, we will call it as company code. It is not original company. Clear? Elmer, understood everyone? Vidhi? Super. So can I get a trial balance for 10? No, definitely not possible. In this case, how many trial balance allowed? Only one. That is called 99. Clear? That is called 99.
Like parent and child relation.
It's not a parent at the moment. At the moment, you are right, Raja. But to be honest, it's not apparent. These are all like, their line of business. They have different kind of like, other line of business also there. But at the moment, as a consultant, if I configure, this is my balancing segment value means you can't configure this at all. Maybe you can treat it as a location or cost center or XYZ. That's all. But you can't treat it as a company at the moment. Clear, Pratyusha?
Yeah.
Super. Now, instead of, if I keep my balancing segment value this level, how many trial balance possible? Minimum 4 trial balance possible. Correct?
Yes.
So now Pratisha's question, this is the child, this is the parent. No need to do any transaction. It will summarize or consolidated from these 3 codes. Got it?
Yeah.
Super. But can I get a trial balance for on-site now? No, because we have not qualified here. Got it? We have not qualified here. Got it, Raja? So now, if I get a trial balance here, what is the meaning? If I set it here, what is the meaning? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All are transactable. These are all sub-parent. This is the grandparent. This is for statutory. These are all for my internal. So even though which is not company, I am qualifying as a company. That is why. So this is a single segment I am playing. Likewise, as many segment. Combination of accounting segment. That is called chart of account. Clear? Combination of accounting segment, that is called chart of account. What is combination? I'm going to ask you. Anybody can answer. Even Manila people can answer, right? So what is the meaning of 10 year? 1 to 9 you do the summation, you will get 10 year, correct? Between 11 to 39, that is nothing but TTC, correct? Between 11 to 19, that is called telephone. That's understood or not? Right? Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listen. So in this case, these are all some date is there. I have given some a rent expenditure here. Rent expenditure here. If I'm not using a chart of account, if not using a balancing segment value, I am not using Oracle, I am not using a chart of account. Now tell me, 1st January, rent expenses to supplier liability, 10,000, 10,000. What is the meaning? For which company code this has been recorded? It's very tough to identify. It's simply we can give a generic answer. It is booked for Tata. Correct? Raja, right or wrong? Instead of if I booked 99 finance department rent expenditure, 99 balance sheet department supplier liability, that means it is for Tata. 10 finance department rent expenses, 10 marketing department rent expenses, then it is called consultancy. Raja, comfortable? Likewise, so if you want to give like a minimum to maximum 30 segment combination of accounting segment, it is called chart of account. Now I'm going to ask you the question. Anybody can answer. January month, Tata Consultancy, 210 department. What is the rent expenses? I'll repeat. January month, Tata Consultancy Services, only 210 department. What is the rent expenses? Anyone? Anyone? Anybody can answer.
17,000.
17,000.
No.
4,000.
4,000.
Understood
my question or not, Raja? Raja, very simple.
Yeah,
First of all, what is TCS? First of all, what is TCS?
10.
Between 1 to 9, correct?
2, 3.
1 to 9. That means 11 is ruled out.
Yes.
Got it? And I asked for January. These are all ruled out, correct?
Yeah.
Because these are all related to February, right or wrong?
Yes.
Nirmal, clear so far? Fine. So
5,000. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Five.
But unfortunately, your trainer says he wants only 210. Answer is 300 is the 3000 is the right answer. Comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Navneet, now clear or not?
Yes, yes, yeah, correct. Actually, I had taken the journal entries below. That's why.
No, you are checking here. I am asking from here.
Ah,
Got it.
yes.
Raja, listen everyone. Nelman, this time over to you. TCS on-site all department January month, what is the balance? TCS on-site all department, what is the rent expenses?
5.
Absolutely right answer. Absolutely right answer. Amazing. Why this won't come? Right?
Mhm.
Huh? Is it correct? No. These one also it won't come.
Yeah,
So the answer
4,000.
4,000 is the right answer. Clear? 4,000 is the right answer. Why? TCS on-site I asked. If I ask for TCS, 5,000 is the right. TCS on-site means 2 and 3 to 1 come. So 2 it has been removed here. 11 it has to be removed here. So that is why. So flexibly you can design. Flexible reports are possible. That is why it is called flex wheel. That is called chart of account structure in Oracle application. Clear? Nelvan understood?
Okay. So February is not
One more question.
it's not belong. Okay.
I'll tell you, Raja. TCS means 0, 1 to 9. Clear? That is called TCS. Comfortable?
Mhm.
Elmer? Right.
Yes.
But TCS on-site means only 0, 1. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the month of January. That means this
okay.
won't come. Clear?
Okay.
Because
I
that is
thought,
related to
yeah.
February. Got it?
I
So
added
now-
the February.
Understood,
Sorry.
right? It's February, right? Super.
Yeah.
So now, Eliza. On-site January and February for 210 department, what is the rent account balance? January and February together. Only on-site. 210 department only. If I say all department, 4,000 is the right answer. If I say 210 means this won't come. This won't come. This will come. This will come. This will come. Raja, clear? Clear, everyone? Clear? Clear, everyone? So that is the key. That is the key. So listen. So what is the meaning, right? Combination means what? Individual code, there is no balance. Combination only, there is a balance. If any code or a department or anything is different, it will create separate balances in Oracle. So that is why. So combination of accounting segment, that is called chart of account. So individual, even a one segment value got changed, it will create a different balances in Oracle application. Clear? Nelmer? Elisa? Super. So this is called only one segment. Likewise, we are going to identify minimum 2 segment, maximum 30 segment. Even any one C is differ, we can create as many ledger. So enterprise, we can't create more than one. Clear? Now, minimum 1 ledger, but how many ledger you can create? N number, either a currency is different, either a calendar. Sir, I want a calendar, one from January to December, another one April to March. You have to create 2 ledger. Comfortable? So calendar is differ, or a currency is differ, or a chart of account is differ, or a convention is differ. Those many ledger can be creatable. So one enterprise, one or multiple ledger. Clear? Super. Now again go back to here. In US, Raja, try to understand. I will explain now. So one enterprise that is called US corporation. Under that, US ledger. Here, India ledger. Here, you can say UK ledger. In US, there is a two company. One is like a Tata Consultancy Services, US. Tata Telecommunication, US. This is the two company can share one ledger possible. Is that clear? Can share one ledger possible. So one enterprise, one or multiple ledger, each ledger, one or multiple legal entity. Clear? Question number 1. One legal entity, two ledger allowed or not? Anyone? One legal entity, two ledger allowed or not? Anyone? Very simple part.
Allowed.
One father and mother, two kids allowed.
Allowed.
One kid, two father and mother not allowed. That's all. That is called global enterprises structure component. Got it? Raja? So one ledger, one or multiple legal entity allowed. One legal entity, more than one ledger not allowed. Why? It is above. Below it is allowed. Above it's not allowed. Clear? That is why it is called flow. Enterprises structure. Clear? Nelmer? Navneet? Himanshi? Comfortable or not?
Yes, clear.
Super, Raja. Very nice. So now, why Oracle they have given this kind of setup? We are planning. Sir, I want one floor, sir. So all are like a 20-20 bedroom, 20-20 like a hall, 20-20 kitchen. Are you going to play cricket or whatever it is? We do not know. So what is available within 1200 only we can play here. Correct? So that is why Oracle they have given how many ledger we are going to configure. Because it is a multinational company only, they can invest huge money for this package. Correct? Software. So that's the reason one single server, we can do as many countries implementation. That is why it is called global enterprise structure. Correct? So first step, your trainer, he said, what is that? One enterprise, one or multiple ledger. Clear? Each ledger, one or multiple legal entity. One or multiple legal entity. Each ledger, one or multiple legal entity. Clear? When the legal entity becomes legal employer. Listen carefully. So legal entity means government reporting entity. Government reporting entity. Government reporting entity. I'll give you one of my student yesterday only. He has given one flow chart for supply chain management. Just a second. I'll show you. So normally when the students are there giving some kind of info, right? It's more useful for the other can enjoy. Just a second. At least some kind of info you will get it. Just a second. Is it visible? Is it visible, everyone?
Yes.
Sai?
Yes.
Right, fine. Listen, Raj. One enterprise. So, one or multiple ledger. Luckily, one country. So, one ledger sufficient. Correct? Himanshi?
Yeah.
You can associate it to one or multiple legal entity possible. Clear?
No.
One ledger, multiple legal entity allowed.
Yeah.
Correct?
Hmm.
Himanshi? You put ledger here, pa. So, one enterprise, one or multiple ledger. Each ledger, one or multiple legal entity, na?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We now,
Okay.
in Fusion, legal entity is the highest power. Why? We are converting legal entity as a legal employer. Correct, no, Raja?
Yes. Yes.
Correct? Super. So, when that legal entity becomes legal employer, interview question. Which is the mandatory setup to create a business unit in Fusion? Anyone? Out of these three components, which is mandatory to create a business unit? Anyone?
Legal entity.
Only legal entity is the right answer. In EBS, all the three is mandatory. So, DG ledger legal entity mandatory in EBS. In Fusion, legal entity definitely mandatory. Clear, Raja? That is a very powerful. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. So, now I will go back. Now I will go back. Listen, one enterprise, one hour ledger. Raja, don't put the legal entity here. It's a wrong. Got it? That means one legal entity, multiple ledger will come. Wrong. Himanshi, understood? So, one ledger, one hour, multiple legal entity. Each legal entity, one hour, multiple business unit. Clear? Right. So, in the ledger, we can associate general ledger and fixed assets. General ledger and fixed assets. In the legal entity, all related to tax setup, GST, etc. So, when the legal entity becomes legal employer? Anyone?
If you have legislative data group.
Super, Raja. So, when you are associating legal entity to LDG. So, what is the meaning of LDG? Everybody, please make a note of it. So, we can't create more than one enterprise, correct? I want US, UK, India. US is my registered office. One payroll means minimum one LDG has to be created with the US. Raja, clear? What is the meaning of LDG? It's a currency and a country, I told you. Correct, no, Raja? So, if you want more than one, each country different payroll, those many LDG you can create. Raja, clear? Those many LDG you can create. Comfortable? Comfortable. So, enterprise, you can't create more than one. Oracle, they have given a workaround. LDG can be create more than one, but one mandatory. Clear? Why? Without LDG, legal entity association, legal entity cannot be a legal employer. Without a legal employer, you can't create an employee. Without an employee, you can't do AP setup, etc. Clear? Raja, understood? Sai, Himanshi, Vidhi, comfortable everyone?
Yeah.
Pratyusha. So, light, listen carefully. Hey, Bhaskaran, it's a mandatory setup. Why Oracle they have given, we have to associate. Okay, so I have TCS India, TCS US, TCS UK. These are all company name. Example, Raja, listen. These are all legal entity company name. Comfortable? So, similarly, so I have telecommunication available only in India and UK. Available only in India and UK. And then petrochemical, it's available only in India. Raja, available only in India. Now, this TCS associated to LDG. Raja, understood or not? Associated to this LDG. This TCS associated to this LDG. This TCS associated to this LDG. Raja, comfortable? Comfortable everyone? Right. Now I want to create an employee called Bhaskaran Test 1 employee. Raja, comfortable? So what is the prerequisite for employee creation? So number 1, employee details. Number 2, what is that? Legal employer.
Okay.
So I'm going to give a choice. Is it allowed or not? You have to tell me. TTC India, can I use as a legal employer? Anyone? Yes or no? Why?
Yeah, it can use.
TCS India is only LDG, na?
Raja, don't say India only LDG. These three we associated to LDG. These three, they are going to borrow a payroll from here. That means you can't create an employee under this legal entity, because these three, when you associate it to LDG, it becomes legal employer. So legal employer only can recruit employee. Correct? It's a entity, you can't recruit employee at all. Clear? Then what they are going to do? So recruitment will be done by these people. They will enjoy here. That's all. They can't create a payroll in their own entity. If they want, then this is also to be associated to LTG. Otherwise, not possible. Clear?
Yes.
Pratyusha, comfortable? Pavni,
Yes.
Himanshi, understood or not?
Yeah.
So in this case, if it is not associated, what is the meaning? Legal entity will be there, reporting is possible, income tax filing is possible, payroll under this entity not possible. Clear? Raja, comfortable or not? See, the difference between EBS and Fusion, right? You can create as many BG in EBS. That BG role will taken care of by LDG. LDG, it's an associate or like a subordinate of your or a component of your enterprise payroll unit. Correct? So that means, now you can see. Is it visible? So without a legal entity, you can't create a business unit. You have a PAN, you don't have a salary. Is it necessary to file your income tax return? Raja, you have a PAN, permanent account number for income tax. You don't have an income. Is it necessary to file your income tax return? No. So financial information, it will come from ledger. You have a financial information. You don't have a PAN number or TIN number or TAN number or GST number. Can you file income tax return or GST file? Not possible. Clear? Pavni, clear everyone? So when you registered your company, you will get your government reporting numbers and all. So that is the origin. So legal entity, if we are not associating to enterprise, it will be bifurcated from here. Correct? So how to link? That is why Oracle, they have given LDG here. Got it, Raja? So when you are connecting LDG, it will be connected to enterprise. Got it? Vidhi, Himanshi, all are comfortable?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
No. Right. So now, which is powerful in Fusion? Which component is very powerful? Legal entity is powerful in our Fusion. Got it? So legal entity can be connected to through assigning of BSV or assign a legal entity to ledger. Possible. While creating a legal entity, you can associate your business unit. Possible. Along with the ledger also possible. Legal entity through LDG, you can connect it to enterprise. Possible. Got it? Why we are connecting LDG? Otherwise, legal entity, you can't convert it as a legal employer privilege. Got it? So now we will go back to our Excel. Anybody can tell me how many enterprise I can create in a single instance?
Only one.
Only one. How many? I mean, what are all the mandatory LDG I have to create? How many mandatory LDG I have to create in our enterprise structure?
One, at least one.
Minimum one, maximum unlimited. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super. So, what is ledger? Minimum one ledger mandatory. More than one, very well possible. Under a ledger, minimum one legal entity mandatory. That legal entity, if you want to connect to enterprise, that can be done through via LDG. Clear? Pratyusha, Himanshi, all are comfortable?
Yes.
Super. So division I will come to later. Business unit, volume of your business transaction, it will come from that particular unit. That is why it is called business unit. In EBS, it is called operational unit or operating unit. So business unit, we can integrate many modules such as AP, AR, purchasing, order management, shipping, project, you can say costing, billing, etc., etc., etc. So it's a combination of FSCM. You know FSCM? Anyone? For a report point of view, we will use the word called FSCM. What is that, right? It's interlinked, distributing. That is why financial supply chain management. Raja, clear? Financial supply chain management. So AP it's under financial, PO under supply chain management. Got it, Raja? Raja, understood everyone? So that is why FSCM is going to play the major role at the time of you are developing our OTDA reports. Got it? So now business unit. So under a legal entity, I will repeat, one enterprise, one or multiple ledger. Each ledger, one or multiple legal entity. Each legal entity, one or multiple business unit. Raja, comfortable. Likewise, the tree will go. The tree will go. So now, this is your US ledger. This is my UK ledger. This is 5 segment. This is segment, 6 segment. This is the legal entity for US. This is the business unit for the here AP, here AP. Now tell me, what is the currency for this AP? What is the functional currency for this AP?
Ledger.
US means USD. UK means GBP. India means, so that is called bifurcation. That's a clear. This employee can use here also possible, here also possible. But when the division or divider come through ledger, then it will be secured. Got it, Raja? Then it will be secured automatically. So now listen carefully. One enterprise, one or multiple ledger. Each ledger, one or multiple legal entity. Each legal entity, one or multiple business unit. If you create one legal entity, one or multiple business unit, as many AP setup, as many AR setup, as many project setup has to be done. Clear? Super.
Correct.
Very good. Now I will move on to RDS. Raja, RDX is the bomb. Here RDS, it's very, very important. Reference data set. You can take it as an advantage as well as disadvantages of this. First of all, what is RDS? Let me explain. Oracle, they have introduced this RDS for grouping of purpose. Sir, I have a 10 business units are there. 3 related to US, 3 related to UK, 4 related to India. When I'm doing, so business unit only, we can create RDS. Ledger level, you can create a group that is called ledger set. So it is about the business unit. So RDS, it never affect our ledger at all. It is only for business unit. Clear? So reference data set, Oracle, they have given 2 seeded reference data set. One, it is called common set, except our CRM and our, you can say, fixed assets. So enterprise, we can use it for our fixed assets. So these 2 Oracle, they have given like a seeded, like a reference data set. First of all, what is reference data set? Let me explain. And then we will move on to our next. So listen carefully. I created a payment term. Example, payment term for AP module I'm taking. I have 4 business units are there. This RDS, it's nothing but which screen it is controlled by Oracle. Controlled by RDS. That screen, which RDS got the privilege, those people are allowed to access that particular data. So object with the data, if you want to enjoy, you should have RDS. So first of all, I created a RDS related to payment term object, related to payment term AP payment term object. I set it business unit is like a 1 for common set, 2 for common set, 3 for common set, 4 for common set. Then I am creating 2 payment term, all the 2 payment term available in all the 4 business unit. Clear? Nelmar. So when I associated to common set, when I created a 2 payment term, all the business unit people can enjoy all the 2 payment terms. Clear? Now, business unit 1, they are creating UK RDS. Example. That means these two people only can enjoy this two payment term. None of the payment term will be available for this particular business unit. Is that clear? Why? Because their RDS, it's not common. They are creating a separate RDS. So I have a WhatsApp group, B WhatsApp group. Here, 1 to 10, like, some contacts are there. Here, so different contacts are there. Different 11 to 20 different contacts are there. If I send a message here, whether it will be available here? Anyone? Definitely not. So if all this 10 plus 10 also available in single group, then what will happen? The entire 20 contacts, they can get the message. So that is how Oracle, they have given RDS. It's nothing but like an allow or a restrict for some of the object. Oracle, what are all the screen they have given, around 78 screen they have given for all the subledger. So related to business unit, kind of like, access, Oracle, they have given RDS. So that relevant screen you can select. A screen I want common, object. B screen I want my own user defined object, or like a RDS. Likewise, you can create. So now I'm going to create a payment term. Bhaskaran immediate without discount. This has been associated to, you can say, UKRDS example. So now tell me, how many payment term available in this business unit?
2,
In this business unit, how many payment term will be available?
3.
3. Wow.
Sorry. 1.
Absolutely
common.
right answer. 1 is the right answer. Raja, clear? 1 is the right answer. Now, Himanshi asking, Bhaskaranji, I want these two also. What are you supposed to do? Method number 1. Okay. So the same payment term, especially for AP, which is allowed, you can associate your RDS. You can associate to your RDS. Now, Imanshi, over to you. How many payment term I can access here?
2,
Right answer. Here,
3.
that's all. Clear? That's understood. So that is how Oracle, they have given which are all the group or a set of people can access what are all the data through the respective screen, controlled by RDS. Because in EBS, what is the advantage or a disadvantage? I create only kind of a payment term. For example, immediate is the payment term. Anybody can access. Now, because of RDS, overall can access what all the information you can give or you can restrict possible through our RDS. RDS is nothing but like, grouping of information allowed or not allowed to the respective object. Clear? Sir, is it necessary to create our own RDS? Definitely not. But common and enterprise has been given by Oracle. So even though at the time of creating our business unit, which RDS you are associating, that's not a problem. It can be overridden under each screen under set assignment window also possible. These are all we are going to play during our lab practice. So one enterprise, I can't create more than one because it's a one single server. Second, today lunch, I'm going to give you one server. You have to do one activity. You complete and come tomorrow. That's all. That is very important for tomorrow class onwards. That instance, it will work for 1 month. Don't tell even your company. It will work for 1 month. But unfortunately, there is no security console for you. So I will create 11 users for our class. So how I will create A01.emp, A02.emp, A03 for EMP. Likewise, I will create like a 11 user and I will give it to you. With application implementation consultant will be there. Transaction, all role will be given to you except IT security manager. Raja, comfortable? Then what is the problem? You can't assign, you can't create more than one user. Got it? So in that user, you are going to create this structure. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Pratyusha, understood? No?
Yes.
Super. So that instance I will give you after the lunch. what you supposed to do in that instance also I will teach you, because during the lunch, so the server guy is given the username and password, one security console to trainer alone, because he is supposed to create a user for you, and that's why. So you people are not allowed to create, but I will create and give it to you. All the financial roles I will add and I will give it to you. But during the training, which role mandatory for transaction, for AP or AR, everything I will explain with the help of my own user. Clear? Don't worry. So now, one enterprise, one or multiple ledger, each ledger, one or multiple legal entity, each legal entity, one or multiple business unit, one LDG mandatory, RDS seeded is there, otherwise user defined RDS if you want, you can create. This is up to this very much sufficient for our financial module. Sir, I want items, sir. Sir, I want item categories, sir. I will use purchase order with items, sir. GRN I want, sir. Goods received note. In that circumstances, so inventory master, inventory child, sub-inventory locator, lot, serial control. What all we enjoyed in EBS, which is very well available even in Fusion also. Clear? So this is useful for supply chain management and manufacturing and warehouse management point of view. Clear? Example, what is inventory master? Master means defaulting your which company code or which unit of measure or XYZ. We can default it from here. It can be accepted or overridden. Child inventory, it's nothing but like a warehouse or a factory or where you are storing your item or a stock. So one business unit or n number, you can create our warehouses. Each warehouses, you can say raw material sub-inventory, you can say repair, stores, finished goods, work in progress, etc. So one factory, one or multiple sub-inventory. Each sub-inventory, there is a rack. Under the rack, there is a kind of like, this is yesterday we ordered, like our medicine, you can say like, pharmaceutical. Gellisil purchased last month. Gellisil purchased this month. Likewise, like a batch and serial control and all will be there. These are all used by supply chain management and manufacturing people. All the component you want to create your own, like a individual task or rapid task or like your enterprise, establishment enterprises task. Likewise, 3 method the task can be creatable. At the moment, enterprise, ledger, all are explained. What is division? Raja, what is division? Everybody listen carefully. What is division? So, what is division? Above the ledger, if you want any summation, then you can create your division. Otherwise, division is optional. So let me take our Vision is our class. So Vision is a company situated in US. It is called Vision Corp. Under the Vision, is it visible? If the division it's not created here, then after a business, enterprise, one or multiple ledger, each ledger, one or multiple legal entity. So more than one ledger, if you want to group, you can create a division for report purpose in org level. Org level means it will secure the data. So within the chart of level, you have to create a security rule or cross validation rule. That's clear. So above the ledger or within the chart of account, you want to use your division, you have to take a call. Otherwise, division is optional. Clear? It is useful only for reporting purpose. Imanshi, Pratyusha?
Yes, clear.
Questions? So the division could be like, EMEA or North America, Asia Pacific. So likewise, so like a country grouping of more than one country or more than ledger, if you are going to do, we can use the division, otherwise optional. Division can be grouped by territory or like, even a line of business also possible. In this small example of what I have given, so US corporation, New York and California, I can create one more like a divisions also possible. But normally I use the division for EMEA, Asia Pacific, like, grouping point of view, even in real time. So now I am going to explain the topic, how it will be creatable. That global enterprises structure, what are all mandatory at the moment? Enterprise, I can't create. Division, it's not required for me. Ledger, legal entity, business unit, LDG and RDS. If I want to create my own, how to create? 3 method it is possible. Method number 1, make a note of it. Method number 1, it is called individual or each separate task. Similar like our EBS. This is called traditionally we can use. I'll repeat, individually you have to do. So I want to do a construction means basement. Or you can do, I'm going to do like a bridge construction. So individually I'm going to do it. And then we are going to plug it. Start from business group, enterprise, chart of account, and then calendar. Even chart of account, it's structure, deployment, you can say instances, etc. So what is this individual? I will explain after 5 minutes. So the second one, it is called a rapid. Rapid means it's a fastest mode. Instead of doing it in our Oracle application, Raja, very, very important. When you do an individual task, when you save the task, you can't delete. You can't delete. So what we have to do, even in EBS, what we will do, we will configure in Excel, or we will put like a flowchart or naming, etc. Configuration setups and all. We will get it signed by our superior as well as the client. And then only we will come and do it in our Oracle application. That is individual task. That rapid, like an e-filing of income tax mode, Oracle, they have given a rapid file in our Fusion. Many tasks, especially our enterprise structure also can be creatable. What all? Except enterprise. Inventory also not possible. So you can do it through our rapid possible. Ledger which include chart of account, calendar, currency, convention, legal entity, business unit, common RDS, all we can complete in one shot. Put it in Excel, upload. System will create all one shot. We have to review. So anything is missed out, we have to come to individual task. Anything is missed out, we have to come to individual task. So who are all strong and individual, then only they can go for a rapid. Otherwise, you don't know what is rapid Excel. The third one, it is called configurator. We can call it as established enterprises structure. That is a task name. So normally I use it for demo purpose, like a flowchart. One enterprise, how many division, each division, how many legal entity, etc. So in this configurator, ledger, it is not possible. Ledger, it's not possible. Division, very well possible. Ledger, then how to include Bhaskaran? You have to create an individual task and then assign the legal entity. It will be connected. That's why legal entity is powerful in our Fusion. So anything missed out, you can do like an individual task and plug in. Got it? Elisa? Himanshi? Noted? So configurator, I will explain later because very memo. Only one minus point for configurator. Only one for our minus point for our configurator. Only one you can load at a stage. Only one you can load at a stage. Everybody clear? Wait a minute, I can show you. So the task name. The task name. So individual task, I will come next. Before lunch, I will explain those 3 things. Then which is the one I am going to follow? That is also I will show you. Setup and maintenance. As a rapid also I will teach you, don't worry. Establishment, enterprise structure. Establish enterprise structure. So this is not loaded. I will open another instance. EKMK. Listen carefully. What is the limitation of this particular established enterprise structure? It's called configurator, we can call it as. In the setup, most of the time I use it for only demo purpose, but only one can be loadable. Establishment, enterprises structure. Establish enterprise structure. Scope is wrong. How to configure? Definitely I will show you. Too many records are there. Okay. The limitation of this particular window, it is only one can be loadable. Remaining and all, we can view, we can't load. So loadable means it will create the configuration in Oracle application. So one configurator, one establishment enterprises, only one can be loadable. Only one can be loadable. Only one can be loadable. Can you see that once it is loaded, load enterprise structure becomes grayed off. Raja, comfortable? If I go to the previous one, it is enable. At a stage, only one loadable. Once one instance, only one can be loadable. Only one can be loadable. Why we can create this? So very simple. So your trainer is explained just now how to create our enterprise structure in 3 methods out of this configurator. What is the advantage? It is useful for our, I told you, it is useful for our, show the demo to the client. Now, how many enterprises are there? Only one. That is called vision. Navneet, Sai, all are clear? Under that, how many divisions are there? APAC, American, and European. How many legal entities are there? How many business units are there? How many reference data sets are there? All we can see from here. Even we can view like a structure. Even we can view like a structure, whether it is loaded or not, we can view the structure configuration possible. If you want to create those structure in Oracle application, then only one can be loadable. That is the only one limitation. Now you can see that Vision Corporation, under that, which is the division, each division, what are all the legal entity. Likewise, we can very well find out our flow charts possible, which is not available even in EBS. This is a very, very powerful of our respective global enterprise structure creation. Now, it's clear, everyone? So this is available. Whether can I verify this structure in our Oracle application when it is available? So what we have to do, when you load, which is available, when it is loaded, only one structure can be loadable. Got it? This is the only one minus. What is the second minus? Ledger can't be creatable here. What is the next step? Create a separate task and assign. Clear? So 3 method. One is how to configure through configurator. I just given an overview. If you want, I can show you how to create. Everybody, please, if you want, you can make a note of it. There is no lab. I'm going to show you how to create a configuration setup through configurator. I'm not going to load. Raja, clear? Listen, so Bhaskaran Corp. Bhaskaran Corp. So first I'm going to create enterprise first. We can rename it possible. I told you we can rename it possible, but we can't create more than one. Clear? So let me put it. Let it be Vision Corp only. So Bhaskaran Tata Corp. Bhaskaran Tata Corp. Here I can say Tata Corp. Exam. Primary, I can use education. Headquarter situated in U 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will come. Otherwise, scroll and select. And then legal entity name, you can give a proper name here. Legal entity, you can put like a, you know how that legal entity number will be coming like a PAN or a TIN or a TAN, depending upon the country, we have to give established number and all. So Tata Corp 123. Copy the same. I will paste it here. Listen carefully. I'm just selecting here. Now I'm going to give a legal address for this particular enterprise, US. So Bhaskaran, NY, location. These are all I'm doing it in our configuration. When it will be available after load, then only it is available in our respective. So I just selected some location for New York. Clear? So now I am going to go with more than one legal entity. It's a mandatory. So first step over. Now I will come to division. Raja, I'm just telling you how the vision has been created like this. Comfortable? I want two division. One is like a New York division. Another one is California division. Like this example. Raja, normally it is AMEA, EMEA or Asia Pacific or America. For our class, New York one division, California one division I want. Then I'm going to click on create. So Bhaskaran, New York division. Tata, New York division. Country, U 5 times. Location already created. Let me select. Second division. What is that? It is California division. Copy and then paste. Normally original name has to be given. That is also US or UK. Likewise, we can give in real time. For our class, United States only. But the location I have not created it. Let me create here. Bhaskaran, California location. Copy, paste, and then 95046. 95046. California, I just select. So now tell me how many enterprise? 1. How many division? 2. Let me click on next. So now the system is asking Bhaskaran, how you are going to create a legal entity, automatically or manually? Automatically or manually? Automatically means you have to choose with the method. Each one, like our division, it will create one automatically. I want to create manually. So number 1, United States only for our class. So Bhaskaran, Tata, manufacturing, NY legal entity. So one division, I want 2 legal entity. So that is a tree. That is the tree. One enterprise, one or multiple division. Each legal entity division, one or multiple legal entity. So now I can copy this, paste this, paste this address which we already created. One more I'm going to create. U1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. So this I will create. It is not manufacturing, service. Copy under New York only. So under a New York division, 2 legal entity. Raja, understood everyone? Understood everyone? Right. So now I can type like a New York address. What is the next? California, I want only one. California, I want only one. Anybody can tell me at the moment how many enterprise? Under that, how many division? Under each division, what are the legal entity? Anyone? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
That's Karan, we are there.
One more time. See, our Tata, it's nothing but our car. Correct. Enterprise. How many division?
2 divisions.
NY and California. Correct. Each division, how many legal entity at the moment? That is
4.
NYST,
manufacturing and service. Here only service.
one only.
Correct, na, Raja? So
Yeah.
this is the one I'm creating. This is grouped by this area. Got it?
Yes.
Super. Now I will move on to the next step. How you are going to create a business unit. I'm just selecting each legal entity. I'll repeat each legal entity. I want automatic business unit, or you can select like country wise also possible, or combination also possible, even manual also possible. So then you can change the radio button here and then click on next. System will create the business unit automatically. Are you comfortable? System will create business unit automatically. So now at the moment, how many enterprise? 1 division, 2 legal entity, 3 business unit. Each legal entity, one business unit. Clear? What is next? Reference data set. It's already there. Common set and enterprise. If you want, you can create this also possible. So because we given an automated, that is why it's got created. Next. It has to be associated. Sir, for New York, I want New York, sir. For New York, I want New York, sir. Manufacturing and service, I can use manufacturing only. For service, I can use service. California. Likewise, you can choose this, or even you can choose common also possible. This is for all object. If you select common in the override, all the object, it will take it as a common. The relevant, you can change it to whatever you want. Is that clear? This will supersedes your common or a default. This will supersedes your common or default. So that is why at the time of you are creating our business unit, what you are going to associate, that can be overridden by set assignment window. That set assignment can supersedes your default. Now let me click on next. And then location, I don't want to do it now. So now let me click on and then save. And then save and close. And then save and close. And then save and close. So can I verify this under any task? Can I go to my FSM window? Can I search for legal entity, whether it is available? What all Bhaskaran is created, whether it is available?
Oh, I think
Definitely no.
not
Is
loaded, right?
why?
Because
Yeah.
it's not
It
loaded.
is not loaded.
Yeah.
Can I load more than one? No, not possible. So that means only one loadable. Otherwise, view possible. Clear? That is why I say it's a demo purpose. So now tell me how many? 1 the enterprise, 2 division, 3 1 holding legal entity, 3 business unit. Do you want flow chart? You can go from here. Any questions? Any questions? Navneet, clear, Raja? Navneet, clear, right?
If
No,
we
no,
have
Bhaskaran, sir.
loaded one, that's not possible to cancel that, right?
Which one, Raja?
If we have already loaded any enterprise structure, we cannot.
Raja, once you loaded, roll back possible immediately. Undo.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. What you are asking, I will do it behalf of you. Okay, so now I am going to select, is there legal entities are available or not? Correct? Raja, let me click on.
Bhaskaran,
Yeah, please.
yeah. Like at legal entity, we have four. Like one is holding. So
One is
can you-
holding, it is coming from Corp.
Okay.
Corp, Raja, Corp. When we are creating a Corp, we are giving legal information. It's a kind of like a grouping purpose. We can't transact. 3 only we created. Correct? So
Yes.
manage legal entity, I am going to search here. Whether which is available now. Anyone? What all I created in configurator, whether it is available here or not. Anyone?
No.
No, it's
Definitely
not
not
loaded.
available. Why? Because which is not loaded. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Raja?
Bhaskaran, one more question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, like as we have seen in one PPT also, like after the division, we have the ledger.
Correct.
Yeah.
Ledger or legal entity, but unfortunately in configurator, ledger not possible, I told you. Correct? Raja, Navneet, you can go here. Enterprise configurator method, except ledger, all are possible. Again, your next question. Ayo Bhaskaran, if I'm using a configurator, how can I plug in my ledger? I'm going to teach you. Clear?
Okay.
Navneet, clear or not, Raja?
Yes, yes,
Anything
yes.
is missed out, you have to go to where? Individual task only. Clear?
Yeah.
Now I understand now only your question. What is that? Hey Bhaskaran, after division, ledger has to come. After ledger only legal entity na. But configurator anywhere, which is very powerful. Legal entity is powerful now, Raja. That is why. So it is not showing a ledger in the configurator window. Clear?
Okay.
But this is an amazing feature. Nobody will explain this topic in real time. Why? Because, right, it is purely for project manager level. Wrongly, if you loaded, what will happen? That is the question somebody is asked. So now I will go to establishment enterprise. Raja, clear? Raja, it's a very, 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 very important topic. Huh? Please, afternoon also I will teach you individual task and rapid. So now I'm going to load. Raja, don't try this. Don't try this only by Bhaskaran. So click on OK. They have not given a permission. What is it shouting? Okay. Save and close. And then click here. Once loaded, roll back possible. Raja, clear? There is an option called roll back here. If you do that, it will revert again. Once you started using a transaction, not possible. Imanshi, understood?
Got it. One more question.
Yeah, please.
Where you have added for the business unit the reference data sets. So you were just able to add there one reference data sets, right? One reference data set.
Don't worry. I know. See, your question around 78 objects are there, right? Business unit level, I attached RDS1 example. Okay. But this 78 object, which is to be defaulted, I can set it here. Which object, which RDS I can override, that will supersede. Got it? Himanshi, understood or not?
No, can you please?
One more time. What is 78? AP payment term.
Maybe.
AR transaction. AR transaction type. AR payment term. AR like a transaction source. Likewise, 78 objects are there. If you set it here RDS1, all the object RDS1. Got it?
Yes.
Now these two object I change it to common set, except two remaining all are RDS1. Got it?
Yeah, but for example, if we have a common set where we have defined suppose 10 or 15 payment terms we required, and for the UK, I just needed a separate reference data set which required like very
At
less.
the moment we are in configurator level, Raja. If you want to override, it can be done. That is called set assignment window. I will show you. Don't worry.
Okay.
I can show you that. Just a second. See, you are coming to this window, right? Next. Next. Now I'm in reference data window. Correct, no, Raja? How many RDS are there now? So
Just
in this particular 3 business unit, in this 3 business unit, I can click on next. So you can assign 5 RDS are there at the moment. Clear?
yeah.
To see that each business unit one RDS created by system automatically. Clear? Example. Okay. So now I can go. Now tell me, what's the meaning now? What all I'm creating any data here, which is available here, which is available here also. Got it?
Yeah.
Himanshi, understood or not?
But my question was not that actually.
Tell me.
Yeah, question was like if common set creates some another payment terms and UK one creates needed some another payment terms, I created different data sets. Okay, means the common
Okay.
was already
This is the different data set. Okay. Fine. Very good.
Later on, what I required was that UK's data set should have also all the payment terms that are there in common set. So do I need to add
Raja,
that?
in AP module possible, AR module not possible. AP module, it is line level, we can associate our RDS. Whereas in AR and other module, header level, not possible. If you want to change, that is also possible. How I can show you. So in this common sets are there. Let me take our AP payment term. Okay. Where is our AP payment term? Can you see that payable payment term? What is here?
One
What is here?
common set.
Super. Now I can go back here. Now what I change it to? Service. What is the meaning? All the objects are common for this particular business unit payable payment term. It's a different RDS. Comfortable?
Okay.
Now you created a payment term. You started using now. Clear? Now suddenly you want to enjoy the common set payment terms also. Correct? You can override here. Got it? Otherwise get an access. That's all. Got it?
Okay.
That's understood. Don't worry, during the class, definitely we have a topic. We can enjoy. No worries. Super. So this is how the configurator topic has been concluded. So the next step, like an individual task and rapid. Individual task I will explain. Still, there is no lab for our today's class. So what are I completed now? For today morning, recording number 3. Recording number 3. So interview question. Can I create a ledger under establishment, enterprises, structure, task?
No.
That's all. You completed your OCP examination. That's all. Raja, comfortable? So number 3. What is our 4th recording? That I'm going to explain after the lunch. Raja, clear? After the lunch. So number 4, I will explain after the lunch. So today we will try to complete up to this. I tried, but at least up to this I will complete. But I'm requesting my people how to do this. I will show you. So rapid also I will teach you. It will take 1 hour. Enterprise structure also it will take 1 hour. So between 4 to 5 I will explain how to do this. Even if you want payable, we will push it tomorrow. That's clear? So slowly we will go. Don't worry. At the moment I explain what are all the enterprises component. One method I have given an overview. Individual and rapid I will explain in the afternoon. Lunch break. Leave the meeting. Connect at IST 150. Clear?
Yeah.
IST 150. Break.